qualification race for the 500-meter eighth final.
And then we'll see the winner of each reportage race tomorrow morning getting onto the next round. So they have a second chance to make it for the next round of the 500 meter tomorrow morning. Here in the first heats of the senior men, we also see Ivan Silvia on the inside.
And behind us, they're preparing the motion camera.
Wow. We're watching the motion camera here. It looks pretty nice.
So we have the first heat of the senior men categories, and Ivan Silvia is very fast.
Yes, Ivan Silvia creating a big gap down to Peter Mike in second position. Really going for this time that will get him on to the next round immediately, so he doesn't have to do an extra 500 meters tomorrow morning.
Maybe. I think so.
Yeah. Right now also the winner of the double sprint yesterday, you can see he's doing really fast lap time, a split of 26.102 for Ivan Silvia.
Very, very fast.
And let's see what the first time on the 500 meter will be, a
45.514. This is really fast.
Yeah, it's a fast time. I think that will be the time to beat if you want to go up there and go all the way to the final.
We can say Ivan, he's back.
He's back, yes. And another unofficial track record breaker from yesterday, Jan Martin Mende on the track right now. Also ready to set a good time for his 500 meter, we hope.
Magnus, let's tell the spectators now what happened yesterday.
We saw first in the senior women, we saw Maria Loretta from Bond Cortisol World Team breaking the track record unofficially, because it has to be broken in the final of the double sprint. But then in the senior men, we saw Jan Martin Mende break the track record for the senior men as well, and shortly after it was broken by Ivan Silvia, his teammate, for a new unofficial track record.
Yes, and Jan Martin Mende now is on the track, and he shows us his good shape. He's fast again.
Closely followed by Jolan Pristing, sorry, I think, another brother pair, and Alfonso Silva now on the blocked by Jolan Pristing here in the last corner. Alfonso Silva again trying on the outside, but Jan Martin Mende taking the win of this heat.
And we have a time of 41.177. Yes, very fast first time for Ivan Silvia. With a time under 40 seconds, and with 45, it's 40 middle. It's extremely fast.
Extremely fast. What can Jacob Melton do here in the inner lane for Junk Skates? And right next to him, Laurence Bechet for WWF World Team. Two really young sprinters, but exciting to see what time they can put down here. Jacob Melton finishing third in the qualification for the double sprint yesterday.
Oh, what an explosive start of Jacob Melton.
Yeah, and a good first corner, but closely followed by Laurence. Jacob Melton is really going fast.
Coming from the outside to the inside. And again, well, for the last lap.
A split of 25.892.
Also extremely fast.
A little bit faster than even Silvia, I think, actually.
Yes, Ivan Silvia was 22nd low, and in the end we have 43.94, so he's 2/10 seconds far from Silvia. New best time during this qualification heat.
Wow, that was a fast time. I thought actually even Silvia would have the fastest time here, but Jacob Melton beating it by not even 0.2 seconds. That's a close decision. And right now here, Ku Lin Chang from Chinese Taipei. Mateusz Kania in the second position, and Philip Duschmidt in the Kali skate suit as well, followed by Kipran Ghazali from Malaysia. But a false start here, first false start of the senior men. And I think we saw the Chinese Taipei skater doing the false start here.
Yes.
Let's see here for the restart of the fourth qualification.
The 20 fastest skaters will go to the 8th final directly.
And a pretty good start from the inner lane for the Chinese Taipei skater, creating a little gap to Mateus Kanya. Maybe he can close that gap. Going a little bit tighter in the first corner than the Chinese Taipei skater, maybe. And also followed by the Danish skater Philip Duesmith, more of a long distance skater. Maybe we'll see him later today in the points.
I'm sure. But Li Yanko really is fast with a split time of 25.88. So another time under 41 seconds for Li Yanko. It's 44.15.
Placing right between Jacob Melton and Ivan Sylvia, getting into the second place. It's exciting. So right now in the top 3 best times we have Jacob Melton, Li Kong Cheng from Chinese Taipei, and Ivan Sylvia in the third fastest time.
Followed by Jan-Matti Mende and Mateusz Kania.
A good time also here from Mateusz Kania, 41.434. That's a really good time from him.
Another skater from Tuchingen, Germany, Simon Albrecht is racing. Formula World Games winner. From Bubble F, we see Sitsi Trost. He's a too.
Sitsi Trost here hanging on for dear life behind Simon Albrecht, trying to get the fastest time as possible. Doing a great job here in the sprint.
Doing in a clean last lap, Simon Albrecht. And another time under 41 seconds for Simon Albrecht.
40.826 and followed closely by Sitsi Trost, 41.070. Also a really good time for Sitsi Trost, putting him in 5th position so far. Really close to going under the 41 seconds for the first year senior.
So we have our mobile camera back. Thanks to Carolina. Young cadet skater. Now skating with the mobile camera.
And funny here, I think we see the Bond skater from India. He's on a, it looks like it's at the TLTF wheel, but I think it's the new power style wheel actually. With the same hub of the TLTF, making it look a bit similar, but actually with a different urethane on the wheel, which makes the wheel really different from the TLTF wheel. Of course, because I can't skate anymore, I haven't tried the wheel, but looks very similar to the TLTF wheel. I just wonder if it's as good. We'll see, I guess. We see some skaters on it here. Also last weekend in Goskea we saw some skaters skating on it. But I think it's a combination of the Manao urethane and the TLTF hub produced by Manao, a power style, I'm not pretty sure.
Ariane Palguman from Bond World Team with 41.262, winner of the qualification heat number 6. Still in the lead, Jacob Melton, followed by Kuhl, Sivilier, Albrecht and Trost. And the next heat, we see 4 skaters. One's Chinese Taipei on the inside, Zhujiang Shao. Okay.
A little collide there. I hope we get a replay from that. I would like to see what happened. maybe it was a false start. But they let it go for quite long, that false start, if it
Yes.
was a false start.
I think they whistle after the collision.
I would have loved to see the collision though in the replay. I didn't really see what happened. But a collision between the three skaters on the outside. I think Milan Bristing and Antonio Freitas might colliding there.
Are there some discussions? Maybe.
Yeah, I think I see. Was Antonio Freitas, something happened to his skate? He's standing in the corner over there. I think it's maybe his coach Alipio Silva might fixing something on his skate. Waiting for him right now, I think. It's a funny situation.
They're working on his skate.
It's almost like the short track world where sometimes you bend a blade by colliding with someone else and then you have to fastly change the blade. I think something was wrong with his wheels maybe, but he's coming back here now on the inside of the track. Ready to start up soon, I hope. Yes, there he is in the camera as well. Ready to go for the second restart of this qualification number 7.
There was no false start shown, so the collision would be...
I think the collision was the reason why they restarted the race.
Oh, they're very, very close together.
It's a more close qualification heat we see here. Maybe with a chance of some overtaking if we're lucky. Like we see the Chinese Taipei skater going a little bit wider than usual, also creating gap for overtaking on the inside now. Milan Bristing trying actually to overtake Antonio Freitas, but without luck, sadly.
In the end, we have a time for Su Sheng Shao, 41.382. And the next one,
Lucas Silva from Chile and for the NL Racing International on the inside. After him we see in the second position Mathis Rocher from France, from the Power Sliders Marco World team.
I miss one Chilean skater this year.
Yeah, Christopher Verdugo, not here. Yes, I think we saw a false start here in the qualification, number 8. Who would it be? From the USA skater Hayden Groves with a false start.
Yes.
Hopefully no other false starts, and especially not for him, because then we will see the red card coming up and then it's a disqualification, which we don't want.
Oh, this was
a
very close.
A close one. Mathis Rocher looked a little bit early on that start, but maybe just a good reaction time for him.
Maybe good reaction time, maybe lots of luck.
Maybe lots of luck, we will see. Lucas Silva actually doing pretty fast here on the front, creating a gap down to the power slide skater.
Mathis Rocher.
Let's look for his split time. 26.486, could be around 41 as well. Oh, almost crashing there. I think he lost a lot of speed for his qualification, but still a pretty fast time at 41.293 for him. It's putting him in the right position for going to the next round, even though he had a small misstep in the last part of the last corner.
This track is so fast, and even the smallest of being not concentrated could lead to such a situation, nearly going down.
I think also sometimes for skaters not used to this fast track, they come in and they sometimes have a hard time to control the speed around the corners, which can sometimes lead to small missteps that can create more situations like that.
As I've been speaking to a lot of skaters skating on the asphalt road circuit in Trasgero and coming here to skate on Vismaco, on the first laps they did, they say, it's completely different feeling than skating on the asphalt in Trasgero. Coming here, the corners are so fast, and the feeling in between Vismaco and the asphalt is so different.
Yes, I know it for sure for myself as well. Like always, the transition between road and track, and especially Vismaco and asphalt, is a pretty weird feeling. In the first training, always after skating on the road track, you feel a little bit wobbly. So going in on a fast track like this, you can really feel the speed difference from the two surfaces.
Anand Velkumar with a 47.35, pretty fast time for the skater of Swingsworth team.
Putting him into current 4th position so far after qualification.
Skater from India.
And on the track right now, also a skater to look out for later today, Samuel Morris.
Fast
nice
guy from Great Britain.
Yeah, fast guy from Great Britain and a good long distance skater. Hadley Beach as well from the New Zealand, doing a pretty okay lap yesterday.
And we still miss Methode Jelek. He's not starting in the 500 meters contest.
No, I just in one of my teammates had a talk when he's on an exam today in school, like we talked about yesterday. So he's coming back hopefully in time for the qualification of the points. I think he has to leave around 3 from Czech and then he has to drive the whole way. So hopefully he will make it back before the points qualification so he can qualify for the A final tomorrow. But let's see. School is also important, of course, so he has to finish his studies and then also focus on skating, like most of the young skaters we talked about yesterday.
Hadley Beach, Samuel Morris, Xia Xing from Chinese Taipei, and Dan Sorder. Is it right? Sorder?
Yes, from Belgium. And a close heat as well. Samuel Morris there on the inside trying to go for the overtake, but blocked by the Chinese Taipei skater. But again, going for that inside and the hawk finish here. And a win by Samuel Morris. A quite good overtaking from him in this heat, I think.
41.328.
Quite good time. Will it be enough to get him to the next round? That's what we will see in the upcoming races.
Now we see Livio Wenger, Josh Wright in the next heat.
And
I think
Livio
it's one
Gross and Giannis.
One of the Gross brothers.
Yes, it is. The youngest Gross brother, first year senior this year. Skating with him in the junior categories last year, he did a pretty good job and also got a lot better as a skater the last couple of years. Really trained a lot, and you can really see that paid off in his training and racing as well. But more of a long distance guy, maybe of course.
Janne Seifert also is racing for the Tex Racing team. Full start for home, Livio.
Livio a little bit fast on the gun here. We see really eager to get out for his 500 meter to do a good time, I think. And let's see now who will win this start of the restart. Josh White with a good start, but Livio Wenger here really protecting the inside to get first into the first corner. Let's see what Livio Wenger can do. Also, if we have to talk about the overall ranking for the senior men, Livio Wenger did quite good yesterday, almost making it into the top 10.
He was very fast on this fly lap.
With a good 500 meter, he could also be a contender for the overall ranking. Now a nice inside pass from Livio Wenger here for the senior men.
Yes, I'm sure. Quite fast.
Oh, and a close decision by Josh White and Livio Wenger. Let's see what time Livio Wenger has here.
41.957.
And a little bit out of the top 16 as we can see here on the screen next to us.
We have the best 16 who will qualify directly for the eighth final. And Livio will not be qualified directly.
He has to take his second chance tomorrow in tomorrow morning's 500 meter reportage race. Oh, almost a crash here from Brad Levens from the WFF team. But Julio Mirena from She-Stokes Inline, the Paraguay skater in the front, putting up the pace and a gap down to the second skater of this group. Nice inside pass there, Brad Levens also. With 1 lap to go. Speed of 26.751.
Not too fast.
Let's see what his time will be.
But Julio Marina surely is the man for a long distance race.
It's also a good contender for the overall ranking.
41.403. Julio Mirena always is a one-man show during the World Championships.
Yes,
Always skating
by
from
himself.
Paraguay. But now she is with his team She-Stokes Inline Speed. So let's see how they will work together during the long distance races. We saw them racing in Gross-Gerau. I remember the elimination race, and they were working well together.
Yes, I think it's a strong combination of Julio Marena, Manuel Taipo, and a few other skaters as well on that team, creating a quite good atmosphere for also making some good results in the long distance races.
Let's have a look on Kai Schipper from Skate Boulevard ISP, but many people know. He's working here in the arena Geisingen. He was doing all the preparation together with his team, and they did really well, I think, so far.
I think
everything goes fine during this AGI 2025. So
I think this AGI in general is such a nice competition with really professional atmosphere as well here on the track, and the whole setup around the track as well.
So thanks a lot to Kai Schipper and his team.
Yes,
preparing.
For sure, Sabine Urek as well,
Yes,
the owner of the arena, really doing a great job for this AGI.
And now 41.879.
Almost
For Kai
a
Schipper.
Dutch championship there in the qualification number 13. Kai Schipper, Joost van Deursen and Rens Nieuwenhuis. And then one skater from the Sugati developed team, Meng Chu.
We always struggle a bit with the Asian names.
Yes.
Hopefully we spell them right. We try, but we don't know it exactly.
Yes. The Asian names are sometimes a little bit hard to say, but I also have sometimes a problem with the French names. Can be hard for me to say sometimes.
So we're doing our best and always in a good mind.
Yes, for sure. And the Brazil skater here taking the front.
Guilherme Roca is competing during the World Championships. Also Ronald Haasius not in the race. Also Santiago Vasquez.
Santiago Vasquez, I think, is in Italy this weekend, and Ronald Haasius might be one of the guys just going for the long distance.
Yes.
The two Haasius brothers doing.
But they did well yesterday during the 200 meter fly laps.
Yeah, I think he did. One of them did around a 14.6, if I remember correctly. So could also have been okay for 500 meters. Sadly, we don't see them here. I also don't see the second Haasius brother in the area of goal. Another brother I see is Marek Kanya coming into the track right now.
Yes, we spoke about yesterday with many brothers.
Yes,
here in this competition.
Many siblings as well. And we have the Kanyas, we have the Doos, we have the Shippers, we have the Kroos.
Yes.
A lot of brothers, probably more than that as well. Maybe also some we don't know if they're in family, but nice to see that it's a sport that can also connect the family a bit.
So we're in qualification heat number 15. Time to beat is 41 for 41. It changed now. It's 41.440.
So Mateusz Kanya right now at the 16th place at the risk of missing out on this top 16, making it directly to the next round of the 500 meter. But there's always the second chance tomorrow morning in the reportage race, if I say it correctly.
But we will see 24 qualification heats, and we've almost seen 15, so with 9 more heats to go. A lot can happen.
Kanya with a 41.717, not fast enough to enter this top 16. Only 0.3 from beating the top 16. On Pukic as well now on the track. The German sprinter, world champion of the one lap last year in Italy, and also qualified for the World Games, I think.
Yes, he is.
As well, Gus Flavio also had a really good fly lap yesterday, 14.3 for him. Struggling a little bit to follow up with Ron Pukic. Maybe he can. Flavio Cruz is more of a long distance guy, so maybe he can close a little bit on that second lap, where the sprinters normally can get a little bit tired.
Third place for Patrick Medecek from Praha. And Ron Pukic still in the lead.
And we see Flavio Cruz closing the gap a little bit, getting close, but finishing after Ron Pukic.
Let's see the time, 41.281.
And Ron Pukic in on the top 16, currently in a 9th position.
But have a look between Arjen Gumon 8 and Singh 16. They're only 2 of a 10th. So they're close, so close together.
So close. It's so little difference between making it or not in this top 16. Camilla Costa here on the inside. Tamino Oma in second position, and Niels Bühnemann third.
Niels Bühnemann, yes.
Jano Heidmann on the fourth. Niels Bühnemann going to the World Games on the long distance for Germany.
Second time.
Second time. Had a bronze medal at the last World Games. I think on the points elimination, which is not a distance anymore, but hopefully he can make a good chance this year at World Games as well. A fast start from Tamino Oma, closely followed by Camilo Acosta from on the inside. Battling it out here in this 500 meter.
Now Camila Acosta leading. Last lap. Let's have a look at the split time. 26.345.
Maybe a good enough time for the top 16. Camilo Acosta creating a little gap to Tamino Oma. Tamino Oma almost crashing outside of the corner there.
Oh, 47.799 for Camila Acosta.
Wow, that's a good time for Camilo Acosta.
Yes.
Making it into the 5th position
Top
so far.
5 so far.
We have 6 skaters under the 41 second barrier.
Also a good time for Tamino Oma with 41.474, I think.
74, but right out of the top 16 sadly for
Yes,
Tamino Oma.
right out.
A little slip in the last corner could be what caused him to lose a little bit of time to not make it in this top 16. But such a fast start Tamino Oma has as well. It's impressive to see.
This is very impressive.
Oh, and a false start there. That was...
this one you can see easily.
yeah.
Okay, slow motion is sometimes awful.
I think it's Francisco Petrilli from Argentina who made the
Yes.
false start right there. Yes, it says here on the screen now as well. So a yellow card for him. No more false starts in this 500 meter, otherwise he is disqualified. Gonzalo Perez also in the second position here, a long distance guy.
I think there should be lots of long distance guys from Colombia. We saw it in the juniors category, also in the senior ladies category. Lots of Colombian skaters. They skip the 500s and they're looking forward to the points and elimination races. How do you think about changing the qualification disciplines in the juniors? We have cadets, youth and seniors qualifying by points and the juniors qualifying by elimination.
I think of course it makes a difference. Like there's some guys, even long distance skaters, who are specialists either in the elimination or the points, and maybe some people are a little bit more afraid because the elimination is always a little bit of a risky race. So, but I think we will see the same top skaters getting onto the A final. But also nice for the audience to see a little bit of everything. Both
it's nice for the audience.
Yeah, for the audience
especially because they have both disciplines on both days.
It's nice to see both races. I really like the elimination race. Points race is a bit more hard one with the
even with the new mode.
Yeah, with the new one it made it even harder. I think shorter but faster, which makes it unbelievable.
Much more physical.
Yes, for sure. It's just like a 5K sprint almost for the senior men. We see sometimes lap times that's close to some of the long distance guys fly lap.
I'm sure we will see it again this year.
Yes.
We have here in this heat we had two skaters going to the Magenta. Let's see if the judges saw it. Arthur Levapin and Clément Rouillet in the lead, followed by Timo Lennox and Roy and Hugh. Timo got second.
And the nice time of Arthur Levapin with 41.290, putting him into current 12th position.
So currently qualified for the ace finals directly.
Yes, and right now is the time to beat this 41.365. Thomas Bohomsky here, a fast guy, had a hard time the last couple of months, but he's now here on the track, ready to give it his best. Personally, one of my favorite skaters as well.
Now they're fighting for position 1, Miles Mead with the advantage. Now on the inside.
Thomas Bohomsky
passed.
Pretty fast here, but Miles met he rejected on the inside there with 1 lap to go.
26.733, the split time of Thomas Bohomsky.
Nice to see that on that straight, how Thomas Bohomsky was taking the information to block the American skater. They had a close finish there, almost ending up in a barrier.
It was very close.
But the time not quite fast enough for the top 16, sadly.
41.525. And again, tomorrow morning we have a second qualification, second possibility for qualification. The repechage.
I think it's really a race to watch. I think it will be super exciting. It's only the winner from each race there going on to the next round. So there will be everything to win and nothing to lose, because it's a second chance to qualify for the next round.
So let's see the mode. We have position 17 to 80. Who will go to repechage?
Yes.
And as for the women, only the winner will qualify for the 8th round.
It's a hard one. It's a exciting race.
Something like the qualification mode in the 1,000 meters.
It's almost. Qualification mode in the 1,000 meter actually is
Quite hard.
Quite hard. It's also where the little bit like the double sprint on the top secret, but on the 1,000 meters like in between that long distance sprint where the sprinters and long distance really can meet for a race where they both can do pretty well. A really hard race. Interesting to watch sometimes. Seeing there as well Stefan Du, my teammate from Team Cutterskate, now back with his other helmet. We saw him using an aero helmet yesterday.
Yes,
what do you think about that?
Oh, I think we have to. I think we have to think about aerodynamics in our sport. We have race suits with special materials. For example, we have this helmet he used yesterday, and I think there is room for improvement.
Yes, I think it's
other sports have done it before, but it's not easy to bring a inline speed skater in wind canal. So
it's different from cycling because your body is also about your position on the skate. You really have to stand in that aerodynamic position. Yes. But we have these shoes, like you say, with the aerodynamic material we're producing now. So maybe helmets is the next way to go with like Stefan Du yesterday, getting in those aero helmets for things like fly lap or time trials, like the 500 meter time trials we have right here.
Yes, I've been talking to a triathlete coach, and first things he asked, what are you doing for aerodynamics? And I said, oh, really nothing.
Yeah.
We are fast as well. I was joking. He told me what the Trice has done for research, scientific research for aerodynamic, especially for the cycling part of the triathlon.
Oh, Stefan Du there with a nice overtake. Long distance guy now
passing on the inside,
winning his 500 meter heat here. Also a guy I think to look out for the overall ranking. In Groskeo he finished 6th in the overall.
Yes, 6th. 41.330 for.
Should make it into the 41.330. Should make it into the top 16.
We have to wait until our data is updated. But you're right, it should be enough.
But if he can make it,
is 16th. Samuel Morris, long distance skater, 15th. Mirena, 14th, long distance skater.
But pretty good for Stefan Du Smith if he can make it into this top 16. Really a contender as well for the overall ranking. Also doing a 14.2 yesterday in the fly lap. Quite good lap time for him. Now another Gross product and the under Gross ready on the start line.
They're waiting for the start. But there's still discussions, I see. What's going on?
Something from the heat before this one. But in this heat we have Daniel Milagros, Ryan Dawson, Leander Gross and Harry Gary on the start line.
Could also be a very fast heat.
Ryan Dawson, also a young senior, doing quite well on the long distance.
Milagros in front, Dawson second. Harry Geary from Australia. And for Milagros, we hear the bell.
Daniel Milagros is also a World Championship medalist in 2023, if I'm correct. On the one lap, I think. Nice hold there by him.
41.129. This is enough to qualify directly.
But I think the vessels we're looking at right now, we're missing Stefan Du.
Yes, it's
not updated yet.
It's not updated. Maybe the results aren't clear because of the discussions they had.
Yes,
let's wait for it.
I think we maybe have to look back at that in the 21st heat.
And we have the 22nd heat. With 3 more heats, and we have another brother. Fine. Yes, that's all. Rick Shipper, another brother.
Is another brother, yes, for sure. Right now, also waiting at the start line for their go for this qualification heat. And then we're almost done with the qualification for the
Yes.
sprint. Then we're moving on to the points later today. The points and the elimination for the juniors.
We have lots of point races today.
Bjørmark, also a talented young sprinter, first year senior as well, creating a little gap down to Rick Shipper, but let's see if Rick Shipper can close it in this 500 meter. Yeah, Rick Shipper picking up the speed there, closing this gap to Noah Bjørmark a little bit. With 1 lap to go, let's see if we can catch him. Oh, Finn Milling there, almost crashing a little bit at the outside of the corner.
With a good safe. And we have Bjørmark with 41.417. Should be enough to qualify directly. Rick Shipper,
we are having some different results now over there. I think we have to see on the final results.
Yes, we see Rick Shipper on 8th position. But is this right?
I don't think, because we don't see on the results we're having right now, we don't see Ivan Sylvia or any of the top guys. So I think we have to wait for the final results. Having a little bit of a technical problem, but I think we will be right back.
You stay here, I have a look on the data.
Yes, I'll be commenting the next couple of heats here, but the time to beat we see in the right corner up there is not right at the moment. You have to, if I remember correctly, you have to do at least around a 41.3 right now to be in this top 16 going to the next round of the 500 meter. Oliver Grob with a nice start, a split of 12.131 for his first 100 meters plus distance. Let's see what his split will be for the 300 meter mark. 26.802 for Oliver Grob, but dying a little bit on this last lap.
Now I take on the inside.
Yeah.
This was a great passing.
Great pass from the Chinese Taipei skater. A nice finish there, close decision between those two guys.
Oliver opened the inner line, and the Chinese Taipei saw it.
41.5, not quite fast enough to go to the next round, sadly, for the Chia Y Sai.
So we finished the 500 meters qualifications in